often do those parlays hit?
Do you want to fucking fight? No, really. Do you want to fight? When they hit hard, okay?
Steve?
That's the good.
Listen,
Yeah, shut up, Kalyne.
I read about this and I found it to be fascinating. Do you know about the a company called Chicago Parking Meters LLC?
No. Sounds like a scam.
QR code scam? The craziest thing. Okay, so this is back in 2008 when like lots of cities were like hurting for money. The city of Chicago got this offer to buy out all of their parking meters. And it was a company that was majority owned by investors from Abu Dhabi, and they offered 1.15 billion to buy out all the ownership of the parking meters of the entire city of Chicago for 75 years.
Whoa.
And it was a freaking horrible decision.
On whose part?
On Chicago's part. So Mayor Richard M. Daley and the Chicago City Council, they approved this deal. And it was meant to help the city get out of their financial crisis, but instead it just ended up being a huge disaster. What it meant was that the deal, it ended up quadrupling the cost of parking in Chicago. And basically, since 2008, these guys that bought the meters, they've already made their money back, and they have 60 more years.
So they just raised the prices on all the tolls.
And on days where like they close the street for like an event, they have to pay this company to do that. Because they have to pay what the meters would be making if the streets were
Chicago.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the Dailies are known. The Dailies are known for this. That's Richard Daley. His dad was also the mayor of Chicago.
Bless you.
They are known for being a very corrupt.
That's so hugely corrupt, yeah. Because imagine like, when you think about it, you're like, this dude made a 75-year deal for Chicago.
Wow.
In his term as mayor?
That's crazy.
Okay.
I wonder if he made a little kickback on it.
Exactly. That's the thing.
I
That's
wonder.
that's what people are just like, how can you not? So what happened?
Paper trail.
After they bought these, they did that meter deal. They also put meters where parking used to be free. So it's so rare to like find an area where they won't do that because they just want to max out on their money. And so anytime that the parking meters go out of service, the city of Chicago has to pay for that loss to that company.
Lit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's like no winning deal for them.
And then they tried to file a lawsuit against the deal, but the Supreme Court rejected it.
Deal's a deal, baby.
Crazy.
Sign, buddy.
75 years.
That's crazy how you can let a foreign company buy something that's just like a city thing. That's like a city,
And the reason this like really stood out to me is because like when I think of Abu Dhabi or Dubai and I think of like why everyone's so rich over there, you just like think oil or you think like some kind of like industry, steel or something.
Parking meters.
But then you don't really think that like, oh, they're just smart at making deals that corrupt politicians are willing to sign.
Yeah.
Like, they're making money off of something that should have been for your town.
Yeah.
Like this money should have been to the people of Chicago, but instead it's going out to Abu Dhabi. What the hell?
The whole parking thing is supposed to be for the city, right? Like
That's what it's meant for, right?
Yeah.
But remember, guys, money talks.
it does talk.
I forgot. Damn.
Damn.
I think the mayor of Chicago right now has like a 10% approval rating or something like that. It's rough.
Is it the Lori Blackfoot or whatever?
Horsefoot,
Yeah.
some shit like that. Lightfoot. Nailed
Light,
it.
yeah.
Lightfoot.
Oh wait,
any
isn't
mayors-
she out now?
I think she's out now. Somebody
Yeah.
else is in there.
Oh.
Who likes their mayor? What city actually likes their mayor?
It's L.A.
Florida.
Karen.
Florida.
We love Karen.
Monterey Park.
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, that's true.
They love their governor, they love their mayors, they love the sheriffs. Florida's lit. Yeah, oh yeah.
Before then, asshole.
I tried.
He actually tried.
I actually tried, but I thought about you guys, and I was like, I can't do it right now.
Thought about you.
Think about Vegas, maybe.
Doesn't Vegas like their new mayor?
Yeah, they like their stuff, don't
I
they?
don't like Lombardo as a governor. I'm
Oh,
not into that. Lombardo.
I don't know what he does.
He's just another one of those little cuck bitches who says a lot of shit and then doesn't do anything about it.
Because the mayor of Las Vegas was actually, it's kind of like hardcore controlled by this couple, where
A couple, you said?
yeah. So the husband was the mayor for like decades, like nonstop, and he was like a lawyer for the mob. So back then, when Vegas was, you know, mob controlled, he was their representative, and then he worked his way up and just nonstop kept winning as the mayor. And then when he stepped down, his wife was the one. So they were running Las Vegas for a long time until recently, I think.
I like how now we go, oh, now Vegas is all cleaned up. It's no longer mob controlled. Me and my wife have a hybrid car. I have to get a smog check every single year.
For a hybrid?
Make it make sense. Doesn't make any sense. Every single year it says smog check. Yep, you got to get a smog check.
Yeah, I'm not moving to Vegas.
It's a racket, brother. Plus, you pay
Hybrid car.
In California is every other year.
You pay more for your car in Vegas than I've ever paid anywhere in my whole life.
Yeah, that's one of the ways that they make money, though. Because, like, you know how every state has different, you know, high taxes? Like, they don't have
they don't
income
state
tax.
tax, right?
Yeah, there's no state, but they got to make money
they gotta make it
somehow.
up.
And if you're not part of the official gambling ring, gambling mob, some might say, you're out. Like I can't use like DraftKings or any of that kind of shit. Or whatever like I got a buddy who does all these sick parlays and he's able to do like first touchdown and all this shit. And I can't do any of that stuff. I have to do all the normie fucking casino stuff.
Really?
Yeah, they don't want you to have an edge at all.
What do you mean, like, you can't do the other bets,
I can't do the other bets on the apps that they have in Vegas.
but other people can?
If they live out of the state. Like my buddy in California can do, my buddy Nick can do all these sick bets. I can't do any
How
of them.
often do those parlays hit?
Do you want to fucking fight? No, really. Do you want to fucking fight? When they hit hard, okay?
That's the good.
Listen,
Bro,
Yeah, shut up, Kalyne.
bro, you're like that judge. Remember that judge who's like, and then the guy jumps over the table.
He just swung.
Dude, if we had a trampoline on this side, I would jump. Oh, I would vault.
100%. I hope you
Imagine Steve's 6'5" frame just fucking going across.
It's like a Fresh Prince dummy.
I'm almost betting on it.
That's
Oh, you
great.
should. You take a parlay on it.
I think that happened. That happened in Vegas, too.
how often do those hit?
Dude, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man.
Do you think California has?
Crusher.
Do you think California made some foreign deals like this with certain?
Got to, dude. Fucking got to.
Fire department.
I always thought it was interesting how when the dear Xi Jinping came through,
Oh yeah, San Francisco.
100%.
All the homeless
For
people
San
out.
Francisco?
because we're not on the friendliest terms with the China. So just him coming through and not even visiting a president, but like a governor, I thought that was fucking weird.
Well, why would he visit Joe Biden? Joe Biden wasn't even like
Oh yeah.
to quote Subin.
He's probably just sleeping.
Did he have a meeting with? I don't know. I thought he had a
That
meeting
was
with
when
them.
Biden was president.
Yeah, that's when Biden was president.
He's talking to the new. He's gonna be the new president.
I don't know.
Who is?
Gavin, probably.
You think so?
I think he's probably gonna
He
win.
is not.
I think he's got no shot.
Yeah.
I think he's got no shot.
like him though.
People do. People do.
Because look what happened when they tried to recall him. He got freaking.
Yeah, but now,
Defended
yeah, but
to the
now
death.
maybe it'll be different this time.
Hey, what if it was new? So okay, and these are the people that's gonna be running. Huh? The next presidency. You guys ready?
Give it to us.
Newsom versus
Baron.
Tulsi Gabbard. Come on, motherfucker! Hey!
Think Tulsi will get it?
Tulsi, baby. Let's go.
JD's like I think got all the odds right now.
What do you mean, like for the next
That's so early.
2028?
2028.
Who do you think is gonna do it? Trump number 3.
Baron.
Don't say that.
Third term.
He changes the law and he's like, I could do it.
That's what
I can do 3
Putin.
terms.
That's what Putin
I
did.
could do it. They want me. They don't want me out. I'm gonna stay.
You know they're sprinkling that, right?
That's what. Yeah, I heard about that.
He's like, we're getting rid of term limits.
What are they sprinkling?
I've heard him do bits about it.
Well, Steve Bannon. I mean, he's fucking nuts.
What are they
But
sprinkling? What are you saying?
oh, it's Trump's 3rd term.
Third term.
No way, dude.
No, it's not gonna happen.
It's because the root of it is because there was no term limits previous to Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt, not Teddy, but he had he's like a 4-term president. So this is very recent. The 2-term limit is a amendment that passed in like the 50s. So it's not that new. So they're maybe they're sprinkling this to just go like, well, Trump can do 2 consecutive because maybe that's the new
wow.
that's the new thing. Instead of a Yeah, instead of like it's like a 2-term limit, but it's a
convention, which will be it's
It's gonna be fucking hard, right?
Might as well just do a coup.
Yeah, but that's the only reason. I mean, I don't know if it makes sense to do it or not. Like, I don't have any skin in the game, so like I don't care. But I could kind of see how that argument can evolve.
Yeah.
Because it's like a 2-term limit, but it's like it's 2 consecutive, not
Right.
Yeah.
most presidents up, like you said, till FDR, it was like 2 terms.
most, yeah.
Precedent-wise, it wasn't a rule, but it was like that's kind of what.
But no one was as popular as FDR. Well, also it was during wartime, so it makes sense. World War II, and then
Andrew Jackson was really popular.
Yeah,
He's on
He
the
was,
$20
he was
bill.
the first populist president. Like he was very, very popular.
is
But
it?
even he was like, "Hey, I'm peacing out after 2 terms."
maybe it's more like I don't want to do more than 2 terms. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, there's a lot of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see how like Obama went like from like young dude and he had nothing but gray hair the second year?
Yeah.
And there's a picture of him with a cigarette and just gray fucking hair.
He was at the Clipper games the other night.
That's pretty sick.
That's sick.
No, I'm just saying.
Courtside?
I'm just saying. He was on courtside.
Courtside,
Is he a Clippers fan or a Laker fan?
I don't know what the fuck he is, but I
don't
just
think
know he
he's
was
a
there.
fan.
Seems like a
He's
Luka
Bulls
Doncic
fan.
guy.
He's a Bulls guy.
I always assumed
He's from
that like
Chicago.
every person that I don't know, this is maybe generalizing, but like I always assume that every person that gets into politics at a point is really just trying to set up their private sector paradise.
I agree.
They're post-life. They're
That's
post-presidential.
why they have those presidential foundations, I think.
Yeah.
Like the George W. Bush Center for Democracy.
So like if you can achieve that in one term, what I guess that would be good enough, right?
You mean like people that are bureaucrats?
Yo, what do I gotta do to get an international fucking...
Dude, Obama got a Netflix deal coming right out.
Yeah.
He's executive producing everything on Netflix.
He won an Oscar. He won a Grammy. He only hasn't won a Tony.
Yeah, that's next.
Dude, I think Obama.
Tony.
If he gets a Tony, it's gonna be sick.
I think Obama is just a chill dude, but he got told what to do his whole presidency, where he was just like, man, fuck this.
That's true.
He's like, I don't want to bomb
Fuck.
Syria.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, dude.
Citibank was picking his cabinet for him.
Like he look at him, just Clippers. He's in the Clippers courtside.
paddleboarding.
Paddleboarding.
Hanging out with that
golf.
chef.
Strangling a chef
You know what's
Drowning a chef.
you know what's crazy?
in 4 feet of water.
When you read this story about the parking meters thing, and you think like, oh, Richard Daley was corrupt and just like made this thing happen, but they had a vote where 40 people had to say yes or no to it, and it was unanimously yes.
Honestly, on paper, it's like, yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Was it $2 billion?
1.15 billion.
They're like $1 billion for parking meters. They can have it. I bet they're all thinking like
They're
that.
like, nobody's gonna be parking in 10 years.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. He's like, they're like losers. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have self-driving cars everywhere. Nobody's gonna park.
He's like, how much money do they really bring in? Let them have it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like 75 years. No one's gonna
Like,
wait that
they
long.
can be like-
Come on.
I do think that all the because nobody fucks you harder than those parking lot manager guys with those big like 4-story things. Those guys are gonna be fucked in a couple years, and I can't wait. I'm gonna stand outside of their fucking buildings. I'm gonna watch them lose money because we're gonna have automated everything. Your car's gonna drive you wherever you're going. It's gonna go back home, or it's gonna chill somewhere. Ah, shit, they'll probably have to chill at the parking place.
Damn it. Their job is secure.
Damn it, the process.
You know what's funny? It's Hannah's dream to have a car lot. So you'd be fucking dealing with her.
It's all profit.
Isn't that
There's no like upkeep except for
Be an
like.
idiot to lose money at that.
But it's one of the hardest things to get, right?
oh, gotta be.
Probably.
I heard it's like really hard.
Because it makes too much money.
Well, she wants to get like raw land and
Yeah, if
then
you
develop
land,
it.
you own the land. That's where it's at.
You just need to pay one grumpy guy to sit behind the glass, and that's it.
Yeah. But then that'll be automated at some point. I mean, it already is, but
But who do you have to grease to get the permit to build it? That's the scary
exactly.
part.
What kind of grease?
Let's say
I kind of agree.
what is the angle you're doing?
Politicians. See, that's why you need dirty politicians.
Yeah. Because remember
It's
when
no
Ron,
different than liquor licenses.
remember when Ron Skolsdang was talking about his towing companies, and he tried to open them in an area where the opposing tow company had a brother in politics in that city, and they blocked him out, and they red zoned his whole property. So they were like, you just can't make anything there. That's freaking nuts,
Yeah,
dude.
that's America,
They
brother.
changed the actual like law on his land
Bastards.
to keep him from building.
I don't think people really know how things work in the world because they think it's like everything operates on morality and ethics.
or fairness or
fairness.
Yeah.
But I'm
That's
like,
the joke of it all.
yeah. But everything operates under business. Like from politics to everything.
Right.
Who
And
you
it's
know,
just-
who you can grease, who you can help.
yeah.
And by the way, wouldn't you want to help your friends? Like that,
course,
that's the idea,
yeah, of
right?
course, yeah.
Like, of course, I would want to help my friends, but the idea that you have to be underhanded about it, gets a little gross.
That's why I like when people come from a place of like having had a business or a brick and mortar. Like everything they say is very valuable because they've seen how quickly you can get juiced.
Yup.
No doubt.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't know about that.
He knows a lot about juicing, I think.
Bro.
Because remember, like, just as soon as you open your business, just a million directions your money's gonna go.
Before you even open your doors, the government basically extorts the fuck out of you. And one of the ways you get away from that is if you have a good network in the government that can help you either speed up the process or maybe have people lay off you.
Yeah.
And that's just the way the world works, man. And like that's why it's like so hard for mom and pop, just like someone starting out with no connections. Before you even open your doors, you're like already hundreds of thousands of dollars in the hole. And it's like, how do you even expect people to do things by the books?
Yeah.
And it's like,
If they do, like we talked about earlier, they get fucked extra hard.
yeah. Like me, like I went through all the permitting process. I went through everything the right way. And because of that, I was punished by not being able to open my business by a year. And then so everyone else that slipped the envelope to the permitting guys and whatever, boom, job done. And to me, I'm like, well, okay, well, if everyone's doing it that way, then I can just scream about like ethics and what's moral and right. But then like, that's just how
Into the abyss.
yeah, and no one's listening, no one cares. And another thing too is no one cares about business owners. Like they don't feel sad for you. Like,
Yeah.
That's a fact.
yeah, like because they can't differentiate the difference of like someone who saved up hella cash and they're like trying to like
You're Jeff Bezos to
they're
them.
trying to live out their dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
poor people.
like most business owners are. Most business owners are like
They're living on the margins.
yeah, I have a dream to fucking create a puppet company or whatever. And they save up hella money and they make this work. Yeah.
Start with that.
I'm gonna be a
on that.
ventriloquist or whatever, you know?
Puppet company.
Most businesses are. Bro, most businesses are fucking immigrants that came here and they're trying to build some shit.
In the red again. No one's. These kids aren't buying these puppets.
Puppet, why aren't you making money?
It's wrong. There's no way.
It's like, think about it. How many puppet shows happen a year? Probably millions.
We have no competition.
Yeah.
We don't have any competitors. How are we?
We're the only puppet store in North America.
No competition.
There's no one challenging our position here.
It's kind of a monopoly.
I think we should go public.
Some drop shipping company on Amazon just launched puppets.
But then the deeper you get in and then you realize how things actually work, and then now you become like, okay, well, that's just the game, guys. Like, don't hate the player, hate the game.
When we did that JK plugs episode, we were talking about like who are your plugs, and all those plugs came through in the DMs, and they're like, I have this, I can do this, I can do this. There was a guy that was he was like a residential building code dude, yeah, and he was like, if you want to do an extension in your house, let me know. Like, I was like, that's how easy that is. Like, you just know a dude for that.
Remember, some of
connects.
these people don't believe that.
What you mean?
Some of these people are gonna think that's false. You gotta do everything the right way.
Yeah, those people have no experience.
But no, those people are literally baristas at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Keep bragging on these baristas.
They work at gas stations.
No, but you're right though. A lot of speculators, a lot of like expert comment folks, they don't even scratch the surface of the shit they're talking about because they don't live it. Yep. They don't even know how it works. So they're going based on what they imagine how they think the world works, and then they're trying to teach you a thing or two. And I'm like, man, you don't even know any like people in government. What are you talking about? Like, you're so paranoid about the government, but you don't even know anyone that actually works in there. That's the funny part.
Well, dude, when you watch these Netflix movies, it's like The Rock and like fucking Gal Gadot and Kevin Hart or whatever, and I just already know it's gonna be dog shit immediately. And you just know they filmed that thing without even having a script. They're just like, with these 3 names we can't lose.
Yeah.
And like, but shit like that, people go, you have to like write the perfect story, and it has to, you know, and like, it's like you live in a la la land, dude. Like it just that doesn't happen.
You know how many perfect stories are just sitting in somebody's desk
In a
collecting
shelf.
dust?
And they paid for it some lowball amount for the rights, and then if you wanted to get it back because you had some monicum of success, and you're like, that would be a good story to tell. They're like, no, you got to pay way more now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a fun game.
that's a racket, brother. But yeah, no, they'll start shooting a new Batman movie without a script because they're like, everyone's a fucking moron. They'll see it, just need the Batman logo, and we're gonna make $130 million domestic.
Yeah.
It's like being a,
Dimension worldwide, baby.
It kicks up to 330.
it's like they're being earnest for no reason.
Right.
Like they're trying so bad.
And it's heartwarming to like see that kind of innocence, but then it also is very disheartening when you see the reality.
Remember,
Get
guys,
wrecked, get fucked, spread
the
those
game.
cheeks, bend over.
Yeah.
don't go against it.
Would you say everybody?
But you know what though? Where you can be like moral and honorable is when you have FU money. I think that's actually when like when you when you're like some small middle management bureaucrat, right? Like you're easily corruptible because what are you doing? Making like $60K a year, and then like someone's dangling $1 billion deal in front of you, and on top of that, you're not big enough to where anyone would listen to you. And then it's like, especially if you can't tell a compelling story in a way where you could go viral, who the fuck are you? So then they're gonna play the game.
Always something so weird though about when someone gets FU money and then they start doing things that are like supposed to be nice for everyone. They just get mega hated on, which is a weird phenomenon.
Because maybe they've been unethical for the last 30 years.
Maybe.
I don't know what it is. Like you know, people are like just begging for a comedy mothership to burn down, like stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
It's like,
true.
why? Like, why does this hurt you?
Haters are haters. They're always gonna exist.
It's almost like they are like upset that you're doing good things because it's not on, you know, like they didn't want you to be the one to have that position. It's so strange.
That's the world, man.
I've never seen someone who listened to their haters become successful. Not
true.
one time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh
exactly.
yeah, they're so successful.